Good afternoon. Welcome to field number 2 here at the Balmasola Softball Complex. It is day number 15 of FGCL play, and this is game number 2 of the day here on field 2, and we have the Sarasota Circus taking on the DeSoto Queens. I'm Tom Canterbury. Thank you so much for joining us here for the second of 3 games here on field number 2. Game number 1, we saw the Rivermocks hold off the Rodeo for a 3-2 win, and coming up next, it will be the Slice and the Impact at 2:30. Here is the starting lineup for the visiting Sarasota Circus. They are 4-9 on the year. They are on a 2-game win streak. They're in 9th in the league, 7 games back of first place under head coach Katie Kissler. The starting lineup: Fia Zelinka, the left fielder, will lead things off with Kenny McQuillan. Center field batting second. Batting third is Caroline Johnson, the catcher. Batting fourth is Maddie Dodig, the shortstop. Ava Hazard, third base, batting fifth. Annalise Bunsey, second base, batting sixth. Caitlin Clark, the right fielder, bats seventh. Riley Stinson will pitch and bat eighth. And batting ninth is the first baseman, Allison Wisniewski. They're facing in the circle. For the Queens, the right-handed freshman from Northern Iowa Community College. He's in the transfer portal, Ella Brooks. First pitch high and away for ball 1, and we are underway. Brooks making her 12th appearance in the circle for the Queens. She's pitched 31 innings with a 4-1 record. She's given up 29 runs, 28 earned, for a 6.32 ERA. 41 hits, 10 strikeouts, 22 walks, a 2.03 whip for Brooks so far on the season. Through 13 games, the Queens have given up 59 runs, 55 earned. That's a team ERA of 4.66 and a team whip at 1.77. Zelinka takes that for a strike, 3-1. Zelinka batting .304. She's 7 of 23. 4 runs scored, 2 runs driven in. Has a double and 4 walks on the year. 407 OBP. Ground ball to short. Byram has it and makes a throw for out number 1. The defensive alignment for the Queens: Blakely in left, Charlton in center, Lewis in right, Doyle at third, Byram at short, Cologne at second, Desiderio at first, Land is catching, Brooks and Ruggiero and Howell, the DP and extra hitter. Kenny McQuillan now the batter. McQuillan batting .154. She's 4 of 26, 4 runs scored with an RBI, has a couple of doubles and a walk on the year. As a team, the Circus, through 13 games, scored 65 runs, team batting average of .263, and a team on base percentage of .365. .87 degrees at first pitch under sunny skies. 94 is the feels like here in Bradenton today. Line to left, that's going to fall for a base hit. And a 1-out single gets things started for the Circus. The Circus yesterday picked up a 9-0 run win over the Aquanauts in a game that showed the Circus get their first homer and triple of the season. Caroline Johnson steps in, the first pitch high and away for ball 1. Johnson batting .448. She's 13 of 29 with 5 runs scored. She has 6 RBIs, 2 doubles, 2 walks, and 2 hit by pitches. 515 the OBP. Popped up behind home plate. Catch is made by Land, and there's 2 away. Queens yesterday beat the Rivermocks 5-3. Both these teams played games at Bradenton Christian yesterday. Manny Dodig now the batter, 2 out, runner on first. First pitch, called strike. Dodig is 11 of 29, batting .379, 9 runs scored, 8 runs driven in, has 5 doubles and 3 walks on the year. Fouled that one off. No balls and 2 strikes. This is the first of 3 between these two squads. Tomorrow at 9:30, they'll be back at it here on Field 2. Thursday is a 2:30 first pitch on Field 2 between the Circus and the Queens, before everyone gets 2 days off for the 4th of July. One ball, 2 strikes. Earlier today here on field number 1, as I mentioned, you saw the Rivermocks beat the Rodeo 3-2. Over on field 1, history was made as the Squeeze scored the most runs in a single game in FGCL history. 29-0 the final score over the Pioneers in 5 innings. Fly ball to left. Blakely is there. She'll make the catch for out number 3 to retire the side. So the 1-out single does nothing for the Circus here in the first. No runs on a hit, no errors, and 1 left. We played a half inning. Circus nothing. Queens coming to bat. This is the FGCL. We head to the bottom of the first. No score between the Circus and the Queens. Here is the starting lineup for the Soto Queens. They are 10-3 on the year. On a 2-game win streak, they're in second place, 1 game back in the loss column of the leaders under head coach Presley Pylon. Starting lineup: Ty Charlton, the center fielder, will lead things off with Anna Land catching, batting second. Julia Desiderio, first base, bats third. Amaya Doyle, third base, batting fourth. Batting fifth is Jemiah Byram, the shortstop. Ava Blakely, left field, bats sixth, batting seventh. Natalia Colon, the second baseman. Bella Ruggiero, designated player, bats eighth. Batting ninth is Sav Lewis, the right fielder. And Carissa Howell, the extra hitter, will bat 10th. They'll face in the circle for the Circus, left-handed incoming freshman on her way to Achita Baptist, Riley Stinson. Stinson on the year, making her 9th appearance for the Circus. She's pitched 29 1/3 innings with an 0-4 record. 45 runs allowed, 40 have been earned for a 9.55 ERA. 43 hits, 4 strikeouts, and 29 walks for Stinson so far on the year. 245 whip. Fouled off. As a team, the Circus, through 13 games, have given up 88 runs, 77 earned for a 6.17 ERA. 113 hits, 54 strikeouts, 64 walks. That's a team whip of 203. Charlton, batting .576. 19 of 33, 17 runs scored, 14 runs driven in. 3 homers, 2 triples, 3 doubles. Ground ball to short. The stop, the spin, the throw is in time. for out number 1. Tremendous play by Dodig for the first out of the inning. Defensively for the Circus, Salinka in left, McQuillan in center, Clark in right, Hazard at third, Dodig at short, Bunsey at second, Wisniewski at first, Johnson catching Stinson. So now 1 out, nobody on for the catcher, Anna Land. Land batting 200. She's 5 of 25. 5 runs scored, 4 runs driven in, 4 walks, and a sac fly on the season. Back to Stinson in the circle. She makes a stop at the throw, and there's 2 away. As a team, the Queens, through 13 games, have scored 113 runs and have a team batting average of .363, a team on-base percentage of .459. One of, if not the best offense in the league is the Queens. Julia Desiderio steps in. First pitch, low and away for ball 1. Desiderio batting .407, 11 of 27, 13 runs scored, 8 RBIs with 2 homers and a double, has 3 walks and 2 hit by pitches on the year. Fouls that one off. 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, the slice and the impact coming up next here on field 2. Over on field 1, the Sea Cows and the Aquanauts will get underway in just a bit. Fly ball to right field, and that's going to fall and hit up against the wall. Desiderio digs for second, and she'll stand up there with a 2-out double. Clark tried to track that one down, but couldn't quite get there, and that got into the gap. So Desiderio with a 2-out double, trying to get something started with 2 outs for the Queens, and that brings up Amaya Doyle. Doyle batting .516. She's 16 of 31, 9 runs scored, 10 runs driven in, 2 homers, a double, 6 walks, and a hit by pitch. First pitch just misses for ball 1. Final game over on field 1 later today. It'll be the Skeeters and the Finns. Scoring 29 runs takes a while, so they're a little bit behind over on field 1. Game 2 of this 3-game series between the Circus and the Queens coming up tomorrow at 9:30 here on field 2. And a 4-pitch walk to Byram. Let's runners now on first and second with 2 away. 4-pitch walk to Doyle puts runners on first and second. Now Jemiah Byram is the batter. Byram hitting .300. She's 12 of 40, 10 runs scored, leads the team with 16 RBIs. First pitch is a called strike. 3 homers, 2 doubles, and 2 walks, along with a sac fly for Byram on the year. Trying to get the Queens on the board first here in the home half of the first inning. And that may do it, as that's taken into center field. Rounding third is Desiderio. She'll score. And that's an RBI double for Jemiah Byram. And the Queens have taken the 1-0 lead. The quick strike offense for the Queens. There was 2 out, there's nobody on. And the Queens are now up 1-0. With Ava Blakely about to step to the plate. Blakely batting .310, 9 of 29, 7 runs scored, 5 runs driven in with a walk. First pitch is a strike. Bounces away, and coming in to score on the pass ball is Amaya Doyle. Now 2-0 Queens. Fly ball to center field. McQuillan is there. She'll make the grab for out number 3 to retire the side. But the Queens jump on the board here in the home half of the first inning. They get 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left. We head to the second inning, 2-0 Queens. This is the FGCL. We head to the second inning. Queens with a 2-0 lead over the Circus. 2 up for the Circus here in the second. Hazard, Bunsey, and Clark. And it's Ella Brooks back out for her second inning of work. Brooks, a freshman at Northern Iowa Area Community College in the transfer portal. Her freshman year at Nyack. First pitch. Hard hit through for a base hit for Ava Hazard. First pitch swinging. And the Circus have a runner on with nobody out. Franelli Bunsey. Bunsey, 8 of 28, batting .286. 3 runs scored, 7 runs driven in, has 3 doubles and a walk. First pitch is low for ball 1. Up to the minute standings update here in the FGCL coming up. The Squeeze, after their 29-0 win over the Pioneers, are in first place. They're 12-2 on the year, now on a 7-game win streak. The Queens, a game and a half back, I should say, at 10-3 in second place. Aquanauts 9-3, they're in third. The Slice in fourth at 8-5. Impact in fifth at 7-5. Rodeo in sixth at 8-6. Rivermucks in seventh now at 6-7. 4-pitch walk to Bunsey. Runners now on first and second with nobody out here in the second inning. Sea Cows in eighth, they're at 5-7. You have the Circus in ninth entering today's play at 4-9. The Finns are 3-9, they're in 10th. Skeeters in 11th at 2-9, and the Pioneers in 12th at 2-11. First pitch is inside for ball one to Caitlin Clark. For a second, nobody on for the Circus. They're trying to answer back after the Queens plated 2 in the home half of the first inning. Clark lines this to left. That's down for a base hit. Hazard staying on third. And now the bases are loaded with nobody out. For the pitcher, Riley Stinson. Stinson's 1 of 16 on the year, has a couple of RBIs and a couple of walks. There is the head coach of the Circus, Katie Kissler, in the third base coaching box. Kissler, the Florida Gator, had a .297 career batting average. Drove in 45 runs as a senior for Florida. First year head coach here in the league. 2 balls and a strike on Stinson. Little outside for ball 4. That's an RBI walk for Riley Stinson. And it's now 2-1. Queens still with the lead, but the bases are still loaded. There's still nobody out for the Circus. As Presley Pylon will come out and talk things over with her hurler and the entire Queens infield. That brings up now Allison Wisniewski. Bases loaded, nobody out. Wisniewski is 3 of 21, batting .143. 4 runs scored, 4 RBIs on the year, with 3 walks. Fouled off. No balls and 2 strikes. Go 2, again fouled away. Go 2, swung on a miss for strike 3. Got it with her eyes, and that's a big first out here in the second inning. Back to the top of the order, and Fia Zelinka. Zelinka, a sophomore at Southeastern University this past season. Bases loaded, 1 away. First pitch is a fly ball to deep right field. That one's way back. Way gone. Get out the mustard and the rye bread, Grandma. It is a grand salami from Fia Zelinka, and the Circus are up 5-2. Just the second home run of the season for the Circus. They both come in the last 2 days. And just like that, the Circus offense has come alive. It's 5-2, and Kenny McQuillan is the batter. First pitch misses for ball 1. McQuillan, a freshman at North Florida this past season from Orlando. At 267 with 4 RBIs and 6 runs scored for the Ospreys this past year. Gets a hold of that one to left field, but tracking it down is Blakely for the second out of the inning. First pitch to Caroline Johnson is blooped, and that's going to fall for a base hit into left. And the inning continues for the Circus. 2-out single will bring up the 9th batter of the inning. Maddie Dodig. Dodig 0 for 1 with a fly out. That's well hit to left, but in the park. Can of corn for Blakely, and that'll do it for the Circus here in the second. But a grand slam by Fia Zelinka as the Circus get 5 runs on 4 hits. There were no errors and 1 left. We move to the bottom of the second. 5-2, Circus with the lead. This is the FGCL. We move to the bottom of the second inning. Circus with a 5-2 lead over the Queens. Colon, Ruggiero, and Lewis do up for the Queens as they try to answer back. Circus put up a 5 spot in the second behind a grand slam by Fia Zelinka. Riley Simpson back out for her second inning of work. First pitch to Colon, swung on and missed for strike 1. Simpson from Mansfield, Texas. Just finished up her high school career at Mansfield Legacy High School. On her way to Wichita Baptist. We have the count here 0-2 on Natalia Colon. She's batting .250, 7 of 28, 9 runs scored, 2 runs driven in, 6 walks and hit by pitch, a .400 OBP for Colon. That will be not caught in left center field. McQuillan had it in her sights in the gap, but could not pull it down. So that'll be a single for Cologne. That would have taken more than normal effort for McQuillan to come up with the catch. Certainly one, if you ask her, one that she thinks she should have caught. Runner on first, nobody out now for Bella Ruggiero, the designated player. Ruggiero batting a robust .568. She's 21 of 37, 15 runs scored, 13 driven in, 2 homers, a double, 7 walks. .636 the OBP. Fly ball to center. McQuillan will charge in and make the catch for out number 1. Brings up Sav Lewis. Runner on first, 1 away. First pitch, bunted away. Foul for strike 1. Lewis is 12 of 34, batting .353 with 10 runs scored, 4 RBIs, a couple of doubles, and a walk. That bunt is down. Stinson has it and throws it away. Both runners will advance. So that'll be a single for Lewis, and the E1 allowing both runners to advance. Stinson probably should have just eaten that one. Instead, now runners are on second and third with 1 away for Carissa Howell. First pitch is a called strike. Howell is 9 of 32, batting .281, 6 runs scored, 9 runs driven in with a homer, 2 doubles, 6 walks. She's been hit 4 times and has a sac fly. Fly ball to right, and that's going to get over Clark's head and hit up against the wall. 1 run will score. Here comes Lewis. She will score as well, and that's a 2 RBI double off the bat of Carissa Howell. And the Queens are back within 1. It's now 5-4 Circus. Back to the top of the order, Ty Charlton. Fly ball to right. Clark will track that one down for the catch. Tagging up from second and heading to third is Howell, and there's 2 away. So now 2 out, runner on third for the catcher, Anna Land. Land is 0 for 1. She grounded out her first time. Did not go on the check swing, 1-0. Land, a freshman at Georgia Military College this past year from Gray, Georgia. Batted .377 with 33 RBIs, 8 homers, 14 doubles, had a .420 OBP. 2-0. 3 balls, no strikes. for ball 4, a 4-pitch walk. Now puts runners on first and second with 2 outs for Julia Desiderio. Doubled and scored back in the first to Desiderio. And she gets a hold of that one to deep left field. If it's fair, it's gone, but it is foul. Desiderio, a junior at South Carolina this past year, entered the transfer portal and is staying in the SEC, heading to Florida. She's from Hudson, Florida. That's to the backstop, and we're tied. So Howell comes in on the wild pitch. Land takes second. Ground ball to third, collected by Hazard. The throw is in time for out number 3 to retire the side. But the Circus tie things up here in the second. They get 3 runs on 3 hits. There was 1 error and 1 runner left. We move to the third, 5-5, Circus Queens. This is the FGCL. Five as we head to the top of the third inning. Ava Hazard to lead things off here in the third, just as she did in the second. Ella Brooks back out for her third inning of work. First pitch to Hazard is popped up on the infield. Catch is made by Doyle, and there's one away. We'll bring up Annalise Muncie. First pitch to her. Fly ball. Shallow left, now ranging back from short is Byram. She'll make the catch. 2 pitches, 2 outs here in the third for the Circus. Now we'll bring up Caitlin Clark. A freshman at Bridgewater State this past season from Clifton, Virginia. Batted 143 with an RBI, a triple, and a run scored for Bridgewater in her freshman year. First pitch is a called strike. One's grounded foul. No balls, 2 strikes. They're underway over on field 1. They're heading to the bottom of the second. No score between the Sea Cows and the Aquanauts. Clark pokes this one out to right. There to make the catch is Lewis for out number 3, and that's a 1-2-3 inning from Ella Brooks in the circle, in the circus against the Circus. No runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left. We head to the bottom of the third, still 5-5. This is the FTCL. We move to the bottom of the third. Queens and Circus tied up at 5. Circus trying to keep the Queens scoreless for an inning for the first time today. Maya Doyle will be the batter. First pitch to her is popped up. Shallow center, charging in, making the catch is McQuillan, and there's one away. That brings up Jamira Byram. Had an RBI double her first time. Byram, a sophomore at Liberty this past season from Henderson, Kentucky. Batted 194 for the Flames, 5 RBIs, a homer, a triple, and 2 doubles. Scored 10 runs for Dr. Dot. The Flames, who pulled off the biggest upset in NCAA tournament history. 16 seed. Excuse me, that one's a fly ball to center, and that's going to fall for a base hit and get all the way to the wall. And Byram will dig for second, and she'll be safe there. The throw gets away, and she'll move to third on the E8. So second double of the day for Byram, and moving to third on the error. Correction on Liberty, they were not the 16 seed. They were the unseeded team who knocked off the #1 overall seed in their own regional, Texas A&M. Lost to the 16 seed, Oregon, in super regionals. Ground ball to second, and that's going to result in a run coming in on the E4. Second error of the inning for the Circus, and the Queens lead it 6-5. We'll still give Blakely the RBI there, as Byram would have scored from third even if the play had been made, but the second error of the inning will allow the Queens to take the 6-5 lead. Natalia Cologne will be the batter. Single and scored her first time. Cologne, a freshman at Longwood from Clifton Park, New York. For the Lancers, was 3 for 10 with 4 runs scored, with a 462 OBP in her freshman campaign. That one comes in high, and stealing second. The throw gets past Dodig, but will be just a stolen base. For Blakely. Blakely's third swipe bag of the season. And she's probably going to score here as that one's into the right center field gap. Digging for second, sliding in safely is Cologne. Coming in to score is Blakely. And it is now 7-5, Queens with the lead. Bella Ruggiero now the batter. 0 for 1 with a fly out. First pitch to her, that's a fly ball to the left. Zelinka is there. She will charge in to make the catch for out 2. The breeze there is blowing in here on field 2, and that one got caught up in it. But Zelinka tracked it down to make the catch. 2 out now for Sav Lewis. Lewis singled and scored her first time. First pitch is high. Lewis, a sophomore at Salt Lake Community College this past year. Looking for a 4-year home. Fouled away, 1 ball, 1 strike. From Vernal, Utah. At Salt Lake this past year, she batted .362. She was 59 of 149. 29 RBIs, had 5 triples, 7 doubles, and 51 runs scored. 404 OBP, and she stole 14 bases. Here's a look at Presley Pylon, the head coach of the Queens, her first year as a head coach here in the league. First year of existence for the Queens. That's a fly ball. That's going to be a fair ball that hits the chalk down the right field line. And that's going to be another RBI double for the Queens in the inning. Lewis brings home Cologne. It's now 8-5. And Krista Howell will be the batter. She had a 2 RBI double her first time up. Called strike. Howell, a sophomore at Liberty from Lakeland, Florida this past season. Saw limited action, was 1 for 4. That one is skied to center. Well, and is there, she'll make the catch for out number 3 to retire the side. But the Queens take the lead here in the third. So they get 3 runs on 3 hits. There were 2 errors and 1 left. We played 3. It's 8-5. Queens with the lead. This is the FGCL. Riley Simpson leading things off for the Circus here in the fourth. They trail 8-5. First pitch is inside for ball one. Simpson had an RBI walk and came around to score in the second inning. That was a 5-run second, capped off by the grand slam by Fia Zelenka. The Queens have scored 2 in the first, 3 in the second, and 2 in the third. 3 in the third, excuse me, for the 8-5 lead. There's a strike, 2-1. Ella Brooks threw 3. He's given up the 5 runs that have all been earned on 5 hits. The K and 2 walks through 3. Fouled away, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Ground ball stopped at second. Going to her knees to make the stop with the throw is Cologne. And there's one away. Really nice play at second by the Queens. Now bringing up Allison Wisniewski. First baseman, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. First pitch is a strike. Wisniewski, a freshman at Tiffin University this past year, originally from Lithia, Florida. No balls, 2 strikes. They're in the bottom of the third, over on field 1 now. The Box Podcast scoreboard update. Still no score between the Sea Cows and the Aquanauts. An update to the update. Solo homer by Gracie Scott. The Aquanauts now lead at 1-0 in the third. Called strike 3 on the inside corner. Wisniewski down on strikes for the second time today. There's now 2 away. We head back to the top of the order. Fia Zelenka, 1 for 2. That one, a grand slam in the second inning. Opposite way over the right field wall. Zelenka took that one. Just the second home run of the season for the Circus. That one's a fly ball to center. But Charlton is there. She'll make the catch for out number 3 to retire the side, and the Circus go down in order for the second straight inning here in the fourth. No runs, no hits, no errors. No runners left. We head to the bottom of the fourth inning. It's 8-5. Queens with the lead. This is the FTCL. We move to the bottom of the fourth inning. 8-5, Queens with the lead. First pitch is inside for ball one to Taya Charlton. She's 0 for 2. Riley Simpson back out for her fourth inning of work. Through 3 innings, she's given up 8 hits and 8 runs. 6 have been earned. No strikeouts and 2 walks by Simpson so far today. Fouled away. One change out in the field for the Circus. Sammy Zelinka is now at first base for Sarasota. Ooh, right back to Simpson. Luckily, she got her glove out in front of it and deflected it as that went into center field. They'll check and make sure that she's all right. That one was right back at her on a frozen rope from Charlton. Luckily, everyone's all right. Charlton with her first hit of the day. Leads things off here in the fourth. And that will bring up Anna Land, who's 0 for 1 with a ground out and a walk. Popped up, Bunsey makes the catch for the first out. Good communication. Both Bunsey and Dodig had a beat on it. Bunsey took over, made the play, and there's one gone for Julia Desiderio. Desiderio is 1 for 2, doubled and scored back in the first. Trying to add to the 8-5 lead. Queens have scored a couple runs at least in every inning. Wild pitch moves runner to second. Comes in high. And the pass ball moves Charlton to third. And the walk of Desiderio now puts runners on the corners with 1 out for Maya Doyle. She's 0 for 1, walked and scored in the first, had a fly out in the third. First pitch fouled away for strike 1. Desiderio will steal second without a throw on the first pitch. Excuse me, on the second pitch, 1 ball, 1 strike. Fly ball deep center. McClellan is there. She'll make the grab. Both runners tag. Charlton will score. And the sac fly RBI. It is now 9-5. Queens with the lead.
stole it. Jemima Byram now at the plate. 2 for 2 on the day with 2 doubles, an RBI, and a run scored. And that'll be another run driven in for her. 3 for 3 day for Jemima Byram. RBI single. And it's now 10-5 Queens.
First pitch to Ava Blakely, fouled back. 4 strike 1. Blakely is 0 for 2. Reached on an RBI error in the 3rd inning, came around to score. Sensen looks in. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. That one's blooped, and that's going to be a foul ball. Just to the right of the chalk. Down the right field line. We'll do it again. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that is not reviewable because it was called foul. Bounces in, and Byram will take second on the wild pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on second. Queens have 2 runs in already in the inning. They lead at 10-5. Fouls that one back. Count remains 2-2. Heading to the bottom of the 4th inning over on field 1, the Aquanauts with a 1-0 lead over the Sea Cows. And the noon window of games coming up this afternoon at 2:30. Slice and the Impact here on field 2. Over on field 1, it'll be the Skeeters and the Finns. Foul ball once again. Just to the right of the foul line, down the right field line. Count remains full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Battling at bat for Ava Blakely here. Pitch the at-bat about to be thrown. Another foul ball. now on 13 pitches in this at-bat. Abel Blakely and Riley Simpson. And that'll be a 14th. Comes in high for ball 4.
Quite a plate appearance for Abel Blakely there.
Walks on the 14th pitch of the at-bat. The runners now on first and second with 2 outs for Natalia Colon, who is 2 for 2. A double, a single, 2 runs scored, and an RBI. First pitch is low for ball 1. That is a foul ball. Hazard collected it in foul ground. She was standing on the third base bag. Had it been fair, it would have been an out and the inning would have been over. But it was foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. That's off of the shin of Stinson. And the bases are now loaded with 2 away, and they'll check again to make sure Stinson is all right. Is that one a direct hit off of her right shin? A 3 for 3 day now for Cologne. The bases are loaded with 2 outs. Katie Kistler is checking her out and talking with the entire Circus infield here. And Simpson says she's all right, so she will stay in to face Bella Ruggiero. She's 0 for 2 with 2 flyouts. But has the chance to put this into run rule territory for the Queens. First pitch is a little bit low for ball 1. Ruggiero, they fly ball to center field, but that is going to stay in the ballpark. The catch is made by McQuillan for out number 3 to retire the side. The Queens do add to their lead here in the 4th as they get 2 runs on 3 hits. No errors and 3 left. We head to the 5th. It's 10-5. Queens with the lead. This is the FTCL. We head to the top of the 5th inning. Queens with a 10-5 lead over the Circus. Kenny McQuillan will lead things off. She is 1 for 2 with a single and a fly out. Ella Brooks back out for another inning of work, and that's a well-hit ball to deep center field. That one's back and gone. Solo homer off the bat of Kennedy McQuillan, and it's 10-6 Queens. That will bring up Taylor Davidson for her first at-bat of the day. Davidson, 8 of 30, batting .267, 6 runs scored, 4 runs driven in, has a homer, a double, and 5 walks. First pitch missed for ball 1. They're through 4 over on field 1, and the Aquanauts have a 3-0 lead over the Sea Cows. Four-pitch walk issued to Davidson, so a solo homer and a 4-pitch walk so far for the Circus here in the 5th inning. And up next for the Circus will be Peyton Bragg. First at bat for her today. Bragg is 6 of 29, batting .207, 2 runs scored with 4 RBIs, a double, and 5 walks on the year. Popped up in foul ground. That might stay in play, but unable to come up with it is Desiderio. And a new life for Peyton Bragg. Popped up to deep second. Catch is made by Cologne. And there's one gone. Ava Hazard grounds that one to third. They throw to second for 1 and cannot turn the double play. Hazard beats it out for the fielder's choice. Davidson is erased. For the second out of the inning. Now bring up Annalise Bunsey. She's 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. First pitch is to the backstop. strikes. That one's going to be foul. It's been a popular spot today. People trying to go opposite way. Looping it over the first base bag. But that one was foul. 3 balls and a strike now on Bunsey. That one's driven to deep left field. That one is back and caught. Up against the fence. Blakely will make the grab for out number 3 to retire the side as Bunsey just missed a 2-run homer here in the 5th inning. Circus do get one on a solo shot by Kennedy McQuillan. 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. They move to the bottom of the 5th inning, 10-6. Queens with the lead. This is the FGCL. We move to the bottom of the 5th inning, 10-6. Queens with the lead. First pitch to Sav Lewis is high for ball 1. And it is a new pitcher in the game for the Circus. Allison Wisniewski in the circle now, taking over for Riley Stinson. She went 4. Gave up 11 hits and 10 runs, 8 earned. No strikeouts and 4 walks. Wisniewski on the year, making her 9th appearance. She's pitched 25 innings with a 1-4 record, 25 runs allowed, 22 have been earned. The 6.16 ERA. Fly ball, or a pop-up I should say, to short. Bragg will make the catch for out number 1. And that will bring up Carissa Howell. Wisniewski's given up 36 hits, 7 strikeouts, and 21 walks, a 2.28 whip. Carissa Howell now the batter. She is 1 for 2. Had a 2 RBI double and scored in the 2nd. Fly out in the 3rd. First pitch is a strike. Defensively for the Circus, now in the outfield, Anderson in left, McQuillan in center, Clark in right. Bunsey's at third, Bragg at short, Zelinka at second, Hazard at first, Davidson now catching. Three-one is in the dirt. 4-4. And a one-out walk. We'll bring up Ty Charlton. As that one got a piece of our home plate umpire, so everyone will give him a moment. Charlton 1 for 3 on the day, singled and scored back in the fourth. In the dirt, bounces away. The wild pitch. It's held on second. And a 1-0 count now to Charlton. Bottom 5 Queens with a 4-run lead. Win for the Queens would keep them in second place in the league. Ground that one to short. Bragg makes a stop. Throw to first for 1, and Charlton is safe at third as the ball got away. There's 2 out now. Runner on third for Anna Land. Trying to keep the inning going and keep the streak for the Queens, who have scored at least 2 runs every inning so far here in the game. Circus are trying to extend what is a 2-game win streak as they try to fight out of the bottom 4. Top 4 teams in the league in the standings get the first round bye. A 12-team single elimination playoff starting a week from Thursday. High for ball 4. Runners now on the corners with 2 away. For Julia Desiderio, 1 for 2, double and scored in the first, walked and scored in the fourth. Starts off with a strike. With a fly ball to left. There to make the catch is Anderson for out number 3 to retire the side, and for the first time today, the Queens are held scoreless in a half inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 left. We played 5, 10-6. Queens with the lead. This is the FGCL. We move to the 6th inning. Queens with a 10-6 lead over the Circus. Clark, Simpson, and Wisniewski bottom of the order. 7-8-9 do up for the Circus against a new pitcher for the Queens, as Maddie Furness will take over for Ella Brooks. Brooks went 5 innings, gave up 6 hits and 6 runs that were all earned, 3 walks and 2 strikeouts. Turns things over to Furness, who is making her 11th appearance in the circle for the Queens this season in the FGCL. 33 2/3 innings, a 5-2 record. 28 runs allowed, 25 have been earned. That's a 5.20 ERA. 34 hits, 33 strikeouts, 26 walks, a 178 whip for Furness on the year. Right-handed freshman out of Georgia Tech in the transfer portal. We'll face Caitlin Clark to start things off here in the 6th inning. Clark is 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored. First pitch is a strike. They're moving to the top of the 6th inning over on field 1. The Aquanauts still with a 3-0 lead over the Sea Cows. Ground ball to third. That's a fair ball. Nice stop and throw by Doyle for the first out of the inning. Really nice play there by Doyle, charging in, keeping the throw on line to get the out. First pitch, a called strike to Sammy Zelenka, getting her first at-bat of the day. Zelenka batting .444. She's 12 of 27, 7 runs scored, leads the team with 13 RBIs, 2 doubles, and 5 walks. As a sac fly on the year, ground ball to first, collected by Desiderio. She'll step on the bag, and there's 2 away. Now 2 out, nobody on for Allison Wisniewski. She's 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. First pitch fouled away for strike 1. Two swung on a miss, forced strike 3. And the Circus down in order here in the 6th. No runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left. We head to the 7th, 10-6. Queens with the lead. Excuse me, we head to the bottom of the 6th inning, 10-6. Queens with the lead. This is the FGCL. No. 10-6 Queens as we move to the bottom of the 6th inning. Maya Doyle will lead things off. 0 for 1 with a walk, a run scored, and a sac fly. First pitch misses for ball 1. Wisniewski now out for her 2nd inning of relief. Fouled away, 1 ball, 1 strike. ball to short. Bragg has it. Makes the throw for the first out of the inning. That will bring up Jemiah Byram, who's 3 for 3 on the day. 2 doubles, a single, 2 RBIs, and a run scored. Low for ball 4. So Byram reaches for the 4th time today. 1 out runner on first now for Ava Blakely. The fielder is 0 for 2, reached on error and scored in the 3rd with an RBI and a walk. There's the strike. Called strike, 2-2. Two is taken into right center field, and that is going to get all the way to the wall. Stopping at 3rd is Byram, and Blakely stands on 2nd with a double. Brings up Talia Colon. 3 for 3 on the day with a double, 2 singles, an RBI, and 2 runs scored. First pitch is high for ball 1. Nice. 2-1 is lined to center, and that's down for a base hit. 1 run will score, and that'll be it there. Byram comes in to score on the 4th hit of the day for Natalia Colon. And it's now 11-6. That now brings up Bella Ruggiero. Bases, nothing doing. Ruggiero is 0 for 3 with 3 flyouts. Speed that drops in there, and once again trying to out at home, but coming in to score is going to be Blakely. So Blakely steals home, and Cologne is out on the base pass. It's now 12-6. 2 away, nobody on. With a ground ball to second. And the stop is made by Zelenka. The out is recorded, and there's 3 away. Here in the 6th inning for the Queens, 2 runs on 2 hits. No errors, nobody left. We head to the 7th, the last chance, 12-6. Queens with the lead. This is the FTCL. Sophia Anderson will be the batter to start things off for the Circus. Last chance for Sarasota here in the 7th. They're down 6. Anderson 6 of 24, batting .250, 8 runs scored with a double and 9 walks. .455 the OBP. 2 balls and a strike on her. Hits the outside corner, and the count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Same 2 teams tomorrow at 9:30 here on Field 2 for the second of 3 in the series. Coming up next here on Field 2, the final game of the day, the Slice taking on the Impact. Wind is picked up. It is blowing in here on Field 2. Anderson, the freshman out of UC Davis, scored 4 runs for UC Davis in her freshman year. Takes that one low and away for ball 4. So a leadoff walk starts things off for the Circus. Team that needs the base runners here in the 7th, trailing by 6. And Kitty McQuillan will be the batter. She is 2 for 3. Solo homer in the 5th inning, a single back in the 1st. First pitch is a strike. Fouled off 0-2. It's a fly ball out in foul ground, right field. Catch is made. No tag, and there's one away. Taylor Davidson will be the batter. She walked her first time. First pitch, a strike. Davidson, the Syracuse Orange, back at the plate. The 0-1. Low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Final over on Field 1, the Aquanauts beat the Sea Cows. Final score 8-0. So nice response from the Aquanauts, who were run ruled by this Circus team yesterday. Foul tipped in the glove, and the count's full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Called strike 3 on the outside corner, and there's 2 gone, and we're down to the final out here for the Circus. Peyton Bragg to the plate. Popped out her first time. First pitch is inside for ball 1. back in time. 2 balls, no strikes on the pitch. That win for the Aquanauts temporarily puts them in a tie for second with the Queens, but if the Queens can win this one, they'll get back ahead of them. And a 4-pitch walk now puts runners on first and second with 2 outs. And Ava Hazard will be the batter. 1 for 3 on the day with a single and a run scored. Fly ball to right. Lewis is there. She'll make the catch for out number 3 to retire the side and end the ball game for the Circus here in the 7th. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on. Your final score, Queens 12, Circus 6. With the win, the Queens improved to 11-3. It's a 3-game winning streak for DeSoto, and the Circus fall to 4-10. That snaps a 2-game win streak for Sarasota. For the Queens, 12 runs on 13 hits. They did not commit an error, and they left 8 on. For the Circus, 6 runs on 6 hits. They committed 3 errors and left 5 runners on. Once again, your final score, Queens 12, Circus 6. That wraps up game number 2. Game number 3 of the day here on field number 2, coming up at 2:30. That will be the Slice taking on the Impact. Until then, I'm Tom Canterbury, and this is the FGCL.